I'm Dr. Ajit Kumar Patnaik. My childhood started in Mayurbhanj district, and that provided me in kind of very immersion with the forest, Simlipal forest, and I developed a passion for wildlife and conservation of nature. So that really shaped my life to a great extent. Then, to my good luck, I got into the Indian Forest Service. So from the very beginning, my kind of this passion was further sharpened, and throughout my career, that gave a very strong foundation. So that is one of the kind of, I would say, reason how I got passionate towards wildlife, community, and the ecosystem, and how they interact with each other. Yes, with this kind of passion, of course, I served in different part of Odisha for conservation of the forest, in the community forestry, in conserving the wetlands. So when I landed in Nandankanan, the background of this background helped me a lot, I think, to be passionate towards the animals, their kind of conservation need. And the zoo provided me a very fascinating experience of how it is not only an recreation, but how it leads to real hardcore science, research, education, as well as kind of connecting with the community who visit the zoo. When I joined Nandankanan, earlier the botanical garden state botanical garden was a part of Nandankanan, and it is all along known as the Nandankanan Biological Park. So when I joined, I felt that the botanical garden should be a part of the Nandankanan Biological Park, and being a botanist, I think I had got an instinct, a love for and passion for the plants. So I moved the government. So it was with the horticulture directorate. So it took some time because they were also kind of quite possessive about it. But at last the government agreed. And when we got back botanical garden, it was in a very poor state. I think rather in a very degraded state. So it was a challenge. At the same time, we also consider it as an opportunity to develop it de novo. So the challenge was that it has to be developed from the scratch. There was a lot of depletion of the plant resources. Then the people were not visiting the botanical garden, which is the purpose happening. The education was not happening. And people are not connected to the nature. So we renovated. We thought that the opportunity was there to develop it into a world-class botanical garden. So that was the motivation. So with that, we started renovating the botanical garden. To our good luck, we got some good advisor and landscaper. So it was not only developed as a garden, but it was nicely landscaped, and a lot of thematic areas were also developed to create a hub for the education as a open school kind of thing. And by the time we developed it completely, it was a great professional satisfaction for us. Yeah. When I joined Nandankanan was in a decline, right? After the unfortunate tiger tragedy and super cyclone, the visitors to the footfall of visitors to Nandankanan has plummeted like anything, and there was kind of a identification crisis for Nandankanan. And at the same time, soon after my joining, I faced a huge management challenge. The supply of buffalo meat to the park was completely disrupted because of a communal riot in Jadupur. So then we are really on a kind of one was, of course, the identification problem, as I said. Second one was this kind of abrupt stoppage of the buffalo meat. Tons of buffalo's meat were to source. So we turned it into an opportunity. A abattoir was constructed, and that is first in the Indian Jew history, because none of the Jews in India have got an independent abattoir. So we could supply healthy meat, and we were kind of commended by the Central Jew Authority. At the same time, to bring up the image of Nandankanan, we thought of some innovative ideas. So tiger's birthday was celebrated. That was well received by the kind of visitors, as well as the the media and world community, so to say. So then we tried to build the image of the Nandankanan. In the meantime, one of the eureka thing happened, like we could start a pangolin conservation breeding center. So that breakthrough gave us a world recognition, because in captivity, pangolin, though it's rearing them is a huge challenge. At the same time, creating a breeding enclosure, that to design and commissioning it, that gives us the worldwide recognition, and that is one of the reasons we got visible and we got the WAJA accreditation. Yeah. Kanjia Lake is an asset and a blessing for Nandankanan. It is one of the integral part of the Nandankanan ecosystem. So when after my joining, when I saw this wetland, I thought that why not kind of enhance its status into a wetland of national importance. And that we linked with the great opportunity, because zoos is visited by so many kind of people. They starting from school children up to even these small children also visited, up to responsible citizens. So we thought that is a unique opportunity to extend the wetland education. So this has never happened in Indian zoos. So we thought that if we upgrade into a wetland of national importance, then we'll able to inculcate the values and function of the wetland, and it could lead to a great awareness and education program. So we customized the various kind of exhibits and celebrated the World Wetland Day. Then the national government, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, they recognized it as a wetland of national importance, which provides us with a great opportunity of, just it's not an education, but to document its unique biodiversity. When I joined Nandankanan, the first thing I realized was that there is a severe resource crunch. The allotment we used to receive from the state government was not enough to even run the day-to-day business. So then we started thinking very deeply, and we concluded that a innovative financial model is required to make Nandankanan a self-reliant as well as a world-class zoo. So that motivated us to kind of go for the society, and the objective of the society was to generate resource and keep the resource generated without flowing it to the state treasury, and to convince the government that it would lead to the a kind of self-sufficiency and self-reliance. Because you need a lot of resources. Our enclosure were all kind of running. They needed urgent renovation, and lot of modernization was also required to match the world-class zoo standard. So in the meantime, we had our Jew master plan also. We needed a lot of resources. So we started an experiment by outsourcing all the non-Jews activities. And the resource generated gave us a real confidence that yes, that we can become self-sufficient. And that is one of the kind of turning point for Nandankanan Zoo, I would say. And in many ways, the society is one of the foundation of Nandankanan's transformation into world-class zoo. Throughout my career, I think I had a diverse type of, kind of responsibilities which I shouldered. Coming to Nandankanan, I found that a very key element. One is that, which was a learning from the field. One is that the conservation, priority for the conservation. At the same time, how to connect conservation to the people. Because if these two things or two ends meet, then I think you can really transform it into a mission. So Nandankanan provided a great opportunity to work in this line. One was the expectation of the community or the people who visit Nandankanan, at the same time the welfare of the animals. And it also provided a great opportunity to observe them from the very beginning. So it provided, for the researcher as well as our as a zoo managers, who are hardcore zoo managers who are there. So a conservation, education, and at the same time we found how best the animal welfare can be, standardized into a world-class level. So this is a unique combination, and this is a lifetime experience provided a lifetime experience for me. And we worked as a team, and that worked. Yes, I think during my tenure in the Nandankanan, one achievement which is very close to my heart is the development of a pangolin conservation enclosure. And it started very humbly. I got some very useful clue from a pangolin keeper, based on his experience and support from our zoo experts as well as the sanctuary range officer who was there. We tried to develop a very modest prototype of pangolin breeding enclosure, and it clicked. So that was a eureka moment for all of us. Based on the learning, we expanded it to a full-fledged pangolin conservation enclosure, as well as with the real-time monitoring facilities. So that was a real great moment for us, and it was recognized globally by even most of the even WAJA also recognized it, and that is perhaps one of the most accomplished achievement during my tenure. Over the years, I had a few learning which I think I will cherish throughout my life. One is that the leadership. I think that makes lots of difference. I think though I worked in various fields during my entire career, the biggest learning is that when as a leader, you are a patient listener. You give space to your, starting with the cutting edge staff to whoever is in your team, so that they work with their, bring them to a comfort zone, so that they start giving their best. So that's the real teamwork. I think that is one of the invaluable learning which I got from the Nandankanan, starting from the animal keepers up to the range officers and my deputy directors. So we worked as a unified team, and that leadership emerges when you give space to them and you listen to them. Similarly, planning must be realistic, science-based, and again, you have to also think of what are the innovation in it, right? And you also look at your neighbor, what the other Jews are doing. And so learning is a continuous process, and you have to create an institution which is adaptive and which keeps on. I mean, complacency should not find place in any of your planning. Planning should be very careful. It is not only kind of the resource, but it needs a lot of innovation and emotion, right? Then crisis management. I think sometimes the crisis, like in Nandankanan, I was just telling that how the stoppage of buffalo meat, or how the various abrupt eruption of the diseases like feline panleukopenia. So they give you a challenge, and that gives you also an opportunity to innovate. So always take challenges as an opportunity. If you can turn the challenge into an opportunity, then you are going to succeed. So above all, always keep a long-term planning. Planning should not be just to meet or mitigate the crisis which emerged today, but it should be long-term, so that it is sustainable. That if the youngster, they keep these 3-4 points in mind, then I think they ought to succeed in conservation and in their future endeavor.